Whoops. I mean, it's all just relics, isn't it? Wait, Sergeant went to 9? Did it really? Hold on. Provisions decreased. Reuben's Treasure, that's a good change. Avalok Sage, that's a good change. Informant is a good revert. Sure, why not? This is a good change. Here, let's rate the patch, okay? I always score every. I've been scoring every patch, so let's do it again here too. Okay, this is -2, -1, -2. I hate double cross more than I hate soldiers. Weird as that is. This is a +2, +3 really. It's a change that I wanted. Hive Mind -2. It doesn't even affect Tatterwing because they have provisions like Lyria said. Cave Troll. No, this is the wrong kind of change because, like, those decks will find one provision anyway. It doesn't make it any easier to answer. NR has the most abusive defender stuff, so I'm just going to give that a 0. This is a +2. Mop, +1. No, +2. Any nerf to Mop is a good change. Highland Warlord. Sure. Informant Revert. Yeah, I like this change. Renfree. I like it. Feign Death. I'm okay with it because it was just a little too expensive. Limited deck building for elves. Neuromancy, I don't have a thought. Shoop, I think that's a -1. Professor, sure, I was seeing like no play. It's a fine change. Reuben's Treasure, I like this change. +2. Avalok Sage, very good change. Or a good change, rather. Ermion, whatever. Ruis. Self-Eater, -3. Stupid ass change. Catachan from 5 to 6. I'll take it. But, like, it was much better for this to go to 8 provisions. Ulula, I don't like this change. Weavis, I also don't like this change, but Relic's got so many change. Like Chimera, yes, I like this. I would have preferred the Adrenaline just go away, but this is fine. Giant Toad, yes. It shouldn't have gotten nerfed. It was too much. I don't like this. Like, why? But at the same time, it was seeing 0 play, so I'll just wait and see. I think this is just a very abusive card. It's an answer or lose card. Renner's Commando, that's fine. It was very weak and only used from scenario. Now, like, but this is the second buff to the scenario, and they're still not going to put this in their deck. Taskmaster, sure, it does need it. It did need to have a reason to exist. Like, why? Because it was just a worse speller. Riot Officer, fine. And then, in terms of these, I hope somebody's adding up all my scores. Kraken, this is a terrible change. Just a stupid change. Stop doing changes like this. Like, think for 3 seconds. It's just as much of a nerf as it is a buff. Rainfarn, dumb change. Joachim, really dumb change. Vigo, very good change. Sergeant, good change. I would have voted for it. Command Infantry, sure. It's gonna kill the card, but It's like the real offenders were casting contests and Flotsam, not the infantry itself. But Imperial Practitioner, sure, fine. Pawnkeeper, very good change. Oxenford Guard. I mean, I liked being able to play it for 4 tempo and having it have armor so it doesn't die. I'm not sure making it easier to like make. It was like the one card you could play against Symbiosis that wouldn't just insta die, but it was also too good. I would have rather it go like 5 provision, honestly. But this is fine. At least Vigo went through. Yeah, like 1 season after I voted for it. Or 3 seasons after I kept voting for it. Where is it? Oh, there you go. So that's a net 0, -3, +1, so +5 over here. And then 2, these canceled out. For 6, 6 and 2, 8, 8 -3. Okay, another +5 here. And then these 2 cancel out. That's 5. -3 is 2. +2, 4. 4 and 3, 7. So 5, 5, 7. That's 17 so far. And then we got these 2 cancel out. -4. +6. So +2, +4. 7, 8. 15. 25. $25 out of 40. Again, same as last patch. Rosa was great for Syndicate, sure. But it's just a mid-range card with no synergy with anything. It's just a buff to Collusion, which was already the strongest Syndicate deck. Because Professor is Salamandra, it fits very nicely into Siggy Mastermind decks. Practitioner, yeah. Practitioner is very cool as a one-off. I think Practitioner is a very interesting card as a one-off. You put it on the board, and as long as you haven't clicked it, opponent has to think twice about what card they play. Like if they play a Heat Wave or, you know, a Neuromancy or something, you can just click Practitioner. But unfortunately, yeah. Elf gonna be played. I don't know. It just depends. Like they got a lot of buffs. So Elves got 1 provision from Oniromancy, 1 from Feign Death. That's 2. Did Teruvial change go through? Looks like it didn't. You play for a few until later realize Drentry's still stronger. Right, it's the problem of the deck was always like it was about draws. But maybe with all these provisions, they can fit a red sword and the Lady of the Lake.
Moment 369 just traded with 113 views.
Hey, Miaman, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Sorry, Lesser Witch didn't happen. I know you were excited about that. I wish no luck on anyone who voted for Renfree buff. Whisper's power buff is very interesting. Yeah, you guys say interesting. I bet in a week people will be complaining about Whispers. Cause like, cause I mean, if it's not answered, it will play for 36 points now. Imagine Whispers in Symbiosis. What's so interesting? I mean, Self-Eaters are an interesting card because you make decisions about when to split, not to split. Like, how much carryover, how much do you want to focus on carryover versus points this round, versus like if you split too early, they can kill it because there's only one of them that can. Like, it's not like Reavers where all the Self-Eaters can split again, right? Only one Self-Eater head at a time can split. It's a very interesting card. It just, there is no reason for it to be 5 provisions at all. You're surprised by Defenders getting nerfed? A lot of the like Russian or competitive community hate Defenders. Onira to 12, no double Wanderers, yeah. Self-Eater was perfectly fine at 6. I'm a monster biased relics enjoyer, and I never thought, oh man, this card feels bad for 6 provisions. If you wanted to buff him, you could have made him 6 power, because right now Self-Eaters are only playable with Carapace. Like, if you don't boost them against Skellige, you might as well just discard the card. Changing back last council, you mean Duchess Informant and Renfrey and Giant Toad and Sergeant? What do you mean? Who needs other tutors on Nero for 12 feet? You still have to draw a Nero. Why nerf Hive Mind? They were worried about people making it 9 provisions randomly. I don't know why they were worried about this. This has never been a thing. Nobody was suggesting it. It depends. It's embarrassing. Yeah. I'm the same way, Marketus. When I play against a rent-free deck on ladder, I know what I am not going to face. I know that they don't have... Oh, I need to play a different playlist. Like, when I'm against a rent-free deck, I know there's no Heat Wave. And I know there's no, you know, like, artifacts of any kind. Like, that's a huge amount of information and an advantage that I can exploit. Like, in open deck lists, that doesn't matter as much, right? Unless, like, you're playing Scenario or Self-Wound or something, but... Defenders allow for very cheesy mechanics and promote uninteractivity? I mean, that's not necessarily true. It's only really true in the case of, like, problematic cards in the first place. Like, there's cards that just have way too high a ceiling if not answered, and ridiculously low for if answered, right? Like Cultist Scenario. If it gets Heat Wave, it played for 4 points. Literally 4 points. If it doesn't get Heat Wave, it has played for 1,000,000 points. Like, Defender's not the problem. The Cultist Scenario is in that situation. Same with Letitia, or just the Alumni Archetype in general. What else is a problem behind a Defender? Hefty Helga? Just a problematic card. Ulula, same thing. Like, I don't know. Hey Mosh, have a nice stream. I didn't get buffed. I know. I saw you wanted that buffed, and I'm sorry. I would have been interested to see what you cook with it.